Right. So before we get started with the tool NIXTLA, we'll need to do some bit of data preparation here because one, we don't have the column date, which is the format of column we need to be able to pass data to the NIXTLA, right? Separately, I was also looking over the number of data points, right? Because we have three categories of products. So we have three data points for each of the months, right? And this is what a test data set looks like. So we have, this is where we have the tool, right? And, we import tool through this format, and there's a broad distribution of how data looks like for one specific product category, right? So just get started with the exercise. We'll just start. We're using women clothing and because we want to complete the entire loop, and the same approach can be repeated for the other two categories. One of the things that we notice is there's some gaps in the plot for the data, right? These are actually some few who missing data points, which the model will not be able to handle, and which is why we'll have to deal, forward fill this, especially three data points, which will basically allow us to be able to run the forecast going forward, right? So then now we are able to run the forecast. We have the date column, we have the target column, right? And we have passed the data set for the specific category of M and cloth. And yeah, M is stands for monthly, right? So monthly sales. So yeah, so now we have the predictions out of this module for the every specific month, right? And then we also have the actual values, right, in the main test, right? So then we will do a basic comparison between the two, just to understand how accurate. Far off the model list, a lot of this code was quickly generated using ChatGPT, and it's quite great at generating these boilerplate codes, plots, and code and all. And as we can see, the forecast is broadly able to capture the trend, but it definitely misses out on all key spikes in the data, right? And it severely underestimates these spikes. That's kind of understandable because we have not included any of the exogenous variables in the model, right? Like holidays, macro, and weather. And it's likely that it's these events that are driving some of these spikes in the data, right? And if you forecast without counting for these, then you'll likely be understocked, these key events, and lose a substantial amount of sales. You just use lots of the business, right? So yeah, the next video, I'll discuss adding exogenous variables and how they